Yo, what's happening, world? Name's Raheem Flowers. At a time like this, while Donald Trump just got elected president, and we hearing that slogan, grab her by the pussy, there are pages going on right now called simp shaming, and there's the slut walk and the slut shaming, and just this whole gender dynamic going a little shifty. I gotta know, where is my man Kain Carter, also known as Hotdamirock? Kain Carter, he really gave me an interesting perspective in regards to women. Now, I'm well aware of the allegations and the incident that went on with Patrice O'Neal, rest in peace to that OG, and what transpired with Dante Nero. Now, clearly there is truth that Kane is accountable for taking some things from Patrice O'Neal, but to say that the man is just a complete void of originality, I think that is a bunch of BS. Because everybody who may have an opposition slash disdain for Kane, one thing you can't say is you can't say that brotherly love was anything related to Patrice O'Neal or his Christmas videos, or even the video he even came out last year with Halloween or the April Fools. So don't get me wrong, Kane should be held accountable just like anybody else. He's not above reproach. And I understand why Dante Nero had that frustration. He had to call him out and confront him because he's like Patrice O'Neal's right hand man. Shout out to Dante Nero. I saw him on a segment of my favorite podcast with Charlemagne and Andrew Schultz, Brilliant Idiots. And he was saying some real shit. Even though many may call it misogynistic and sexist, a lot of so-called Tumblr feminists, as you would call them, but yeah. But really, say whatever you want about Kane, but he did spark a certain interest. Even though there's something I would have to call him out on when he made a video called Being That Nigga. And in that video, within it, he said that you can say whatever the fuck you want to with the bitch, as long as you finesse it the right way. But then when he went to that mall in Baltimore, he got slapped the fuck out of. So clearly, either he was just being ironic when he made that video, or he just couldn't take his own advice. But either way, it didn't look too good for Mr. Kain Carter. Not to mention, I feel like this would be a perfect time for Kain Carter just to crawl up again, since, the whole debacle with Donald Trump being president, and we're just having this apparent gender war, especially going on in YouTube. Kain Carter, in ways, could be one of the few people out there who could be like this equalizer. Oh man, all men are dogs, or all damn, all these dudes are thoughts, and all these dudes are hoes, and all that stuff. And Kane, he actually brought up an interesting point on what being a hoe is when he made a video called Hoe Logic. To me, my train of thought is very similar. A hoe to me is somebody who exploits their sexual prowess for monetary gain. It's not a numeral thing per se, but more of a behavioral thing. You can't truly be a hoe, at least in my eyes, if you aren't a sociopath, is what I'm essentially saying. But most people wouldn't see it that way. They have a bunch of antipathy for people who sleep with a lot of, well, most primarily women who sleep with a lot of dudes, and you know, we brothers get praised for it, etc., etc. But this is something I gotta say though, in regards to men. Men who gotta brag on their dicks to another man about how many women they slept with and all that stuff, to me, that's some suspect shit. Why should you have to look for the validation from another man, or another person for that matter, but especially another man? That alone is some suspect, ego-struck bullshit. But then women have to understand this. when you have all these pictures on Instagram and expecting all these likes on social media and Facebook and Snapchat, getting all this attention, and then you wonder why that a lot of guys get on you for saying those things and doing the things that you do in regards to your action, quote unquote attention whore, because it's easy for a woman to get away with it. It's easy for her to get some sort of attention and monetary gain. Women know that they can exploit this. Hence the reason why that stigma with being a hoe is easier to attach with a woman than a man. That's all I'm saying. If people would be more transparent with each other, then maybe the dynamic between males and females would be much easier. Men don't have to be out here simping. Men don't have to be out here on some hyper masculine bullshit. Women don't have to be out here, you know, looking for attention. And then when they get the quote unquote wrong attention because of whatever booty shorts they decided to wear or whatever clothing or lack of dress code that they have, that's on them. It's all about accountability. It's all about self realization. That's how I see it. And to me, that's something I learned from Kain. Yes, you could say that, oh man, he just got the handbook from Patrice O'Neal. But most people were just on some bandwagon shit. Most people didn't even know who Patrice O'Neal was. I'm sure there was a handful of people who scratched their head and said, this is way too samey. And those I believe it was like 6 videos he did. And then, he did a apology, or he owned up to it, and then, many people called him out on it, including Dante Nero. I mean, I understand, man, that situation, that's a very touchy situation, and I can't speak on it much because just like you all, I don't know the full scope of the circumstance. And that's what it is. Kain Carter, hope you come back. I know you just turned 30 this year. And if you're going through any hardships, I hope you get out of it soon, brother. And I look forward to you making more videos like a brotherly love, 3? And whatever Christmas videos and your whatever you want to continue doing with your own endeavors. Thanks, man, because I've been fucking with you since I was 19 and now I'm 24. And all I got to say is, man, I hope you come back to YouTube soon. Free Kain Carter. That's what it's going to be. Had to do this in my bathroom in honor of him. Peace out.